Sonoma County celebration at Old Courthouse Square. I'm one of your MCs this morning, and here's Stephen Rohde.
Thank you. We want to recognize the land that we have borrowed and that we live on. I couldn't think of a better person than Renee Salcido of the Sanctuary Coalition to present our land acknowledgement.
Sonoma County sits on the unceded, traditional, ancestral, and contemporary homelands of the Cloverdale Rancheria of Pomo Indians, Federated Indians of Grayton Rancheria, Kashia Band of the Stewart's Point Rancheria, Lighten Band of Pomo Indians, and Dry Creek Rancheria of Pomo Indians, Miwok, Pomo, and Wapo tribes. Often, these lands were taken via genocide and forced removal. We recognize the repeated violations of sovereignty, territory, and water perpetuated by colonizers who uprooted the original inhabitants of where we are today. We acknowledge this history while recognizing that this acknowledgement does not undo the harms that continue to persist against Indigenous peoples and their homelands. In this commemoration of 250 years of this country, we must put these words into action. We must work to address this legacy of displacement, genocide, and stealing. Because, as we all know, this country was founded on the genocide of Indigenous peoples, on the slavery of African peoples, on the cruel exploitation of immigrants from all over the world. This so-called U.S. experiment in democracy that everyone is celebrating today, from my perspective, has been nothing less than the U.S. violently conquering, stealing wealth and resources for the benefit of a few. So let us today move forward, remembering the 1852 words of Frederick Douglass, still true today. What to the American slave is your 4th of July? And I can insert here, what to people of color, Indigenous people, immigrants, poor people, what does this 4th of July mean? I answer, a day that reveals to them, more than all other days in the year, the gross injustice and cruelty to which they are constant victim. To them, your celebration is a sham. Your boasted liberty an unholy license, your national greatness, swelling vanity. Your sounds of rejoicing are empty and heartless. Your denunciation of tyrants, brass-fronted impudence. Your shouts of liberty and equality, hollow mockery. Your prayers and hymns, your sermons and thanksgivings, with all your religious parade and solemnity, are to them, are to us, are to all of us mere bombast, fraud, deception, impiety, and hypocrisy. A thin veil to cover up crimes which would disgrace a nation of savages. There is not a nation on earth guilty of practices more shocking and bloody than all the people of the United States at this hour. So today, we honor the survivors and the ancestors, people who are surviving U.S. imperialism in places like Palestine and Iran. We honor our ancestors who gave their lives to make this country better. The best way we can honor them today is by remembering the truth. Thank you.